what does quality content look like in 2026 when generative AI can produce endless copy? Like, what are the futures that you think of when you hear quality copy that is going to make it stand out from all the AI slop, the kind of content that you think is going to have impact?
I mean, that's the $1 million question, right? I don't think SEOs have really ever understood this as a community. We've talked about, unique content, good content, helpful content in all its different clothes that it likes to wear. The thing that I latched onto was I saw Gary Esch at an SEO FOMO event last year or early this year, in fact, in London. And he said Google is going to focus a lot more on what he just called original content, which obviously we've heard before. And I spent a long time thinking about that, because I think the definition of what is original has changed over the years. I mean, 10 years ago, original content could mean basically the same information just rewritten, so it looks different. And I think as the technology has improved, people started talking about things like information gain and what is new information. And then we had conversations around how important a personal point of view was, because an AI can't have that. So for me, I break it down in my head in terms of, I think there are areas of what I would define roughly as solved information, which is information that's very slow to change. And I think if you're relying on that for traffic, then you might just have to face the fact that that's going to be eaten up by AI answers. And you can certainly see these types of queries in LLMs when you type them, and they don't even need to do any kind of grounding or retrieval because they're so confident in their generation of the answer. I think there's some really interesting examples as well that are going to appear through supply and demand, in that I'm already feeling fatigued about AI content. I'm developing this sixth sense when I'm reading something, if it's AI, and I immediately feel disappointed, disengaged, and I don't want to read it. So I think there's going to be like a market for very human content. To put someone who is at the other end of this, like people like Ed Zitron have a premium newsletter that they write that's very, very popular and people are paying for it. And to cap off, it does depend from a business point of view on your model. If you are a business model that's reliant on pumping out high volume content that's easily solvable, then I'm sorry, there maybe just isn't a solution for you. You need to change business model. But apart from that, I'm pretty actually quietly excited about the kind of future of content, because it's reducing the rewards for producing rubbish, and we've done a lot of that as an industry.